Good afternoon, Cherries fans. Well, I'd like to say good afternoon. It's currently miserable and raining, and that completely matches my emotions. As yesterday, AFC Bournemouth lost 3-0 to Liverpool, and yeah, the league table is not looking pretty. As you can see, Jeff has joined me once again, and of course, if you subscribe to this YouTube channel, you'll see the video podcast as well that's coming out tomorrow morning. But don't forget, if you want to listen to the full podcast, just go to your podcast app, search Back of the Net Bournemouth, and do subscribe there too, and maybe leave a comment. After full time, we tweeted out asking for your 5-word match report, and this is what you submitted.
Neil Dawson said, why Ake, why Ake, why? Please Santa, an AFCB win. Yeah, echo your sentiments there. We need wins badly. No forwards, no defence, shite, said Stephen Russell. AD Mansbridge, doomed by the starting lineup. And also, can it get any worse? Jack Russell said, Nathan hamstring and cherries explode. Sammy, higher. Ake injury killed our game. Paul Kenwood, losing the will to live. If you check out an earlier YouTube video, it looked like he was going to kill me. Steve Butler, bad injuries to crucial players. Matthew Adams, a few from him. Ake injury made it impossible. Lerma was the star man. I'm happy to donate limb, said M2 Thek. Kerry, gutted for all of us. T-Man fan, she said in brackets, refrigeration red, I am fearing the worst. Adrian, we got a number from you. Liverpool unbeaten in 30 games. Honestly, what did you expect? I like the sort of optimistic slant on your tweets, Adrian, I've got to say. Martin, optimism gone, hard work begins. Jake, heading down to the championship. Tommy Hefferner's Poodle, nice to see you before kick-off, mate. Outside of Vitality, I did get into the 1910, by the way. I did queue after fans were wooed by the Liverpool team coach turning up. So, yeah, I went in there. Respectable result considering the injuries. Adrian, again, positive attitude from supporters helps. There, I have said it. Jew Burks, better than Crystal Palace, though. Louis, please stop getting injured, guys. Susan, dear Santa, defenders needed ASAP. Kyle, something's wrong at this club. Jew again, Ake goes off, game over. Stuart Leaper, what is your problem, Fraser? Adrian, never, never, never give up. Are we warming up correctly, says Al. AFCB Rob, chicken pie, excellent. Squad, threadbare. Also, Simon, ouch, couldn't make it up. See what we did there. Michael, who's giving Ake their hamstring? I would happily lend it. Matt, can't sum up in 5. Will, we need signings in January. Yeah, Sussex Red, Bournemouth reserves 0, Liverpool 3. That's basically what it is. Cal layup might be blessing, said Andy Bowman. We've all said he needed a rest. Maybe not in this way, but there we go. Andy Jennings, quality of passing, difference maker. And some more from Adrian as well. As you can see there, there's no iron team is one of them. Still talent on the squad, said DJM. Sam Summers, bring on the championship football. Mark, invent hamstring transplant for Ake. Jeff Spick, hello mate. Christmas, a time for miracles. Steve, clear out the dead wood. Darren, should have played the reserves. James, why use that gif? Well, because Mo Salah was quality. David, Ake injured. Championship football was quite enjoyable, said Rob. Sven, Eddie's lost the dressing room. Why show the stupid video, said Gene. Gene, what did you want me to do? Ryan Fraser celebrating. Yeah, that's going to happen. Melanie Parr, strong before Ake got injured. Ian Betts, we will beat Chelsea again. There we go.
So yeah, those were the 5-word match reports, and yeah, a fair bit of negativity on there, Jeff. But what we're going to do now is go into the player ratings from yesterday. I thought Tom Jordan last week he did a sterling job, but this week it's time for you to take the baton, and we're going to go through each player. We won't take too long on this, just a few minutes, but just interesting to give them scores out of 10. So we'll start with Aaron Ramsdale, who wasn't his usual self yesterday, I would say, with a few dodgy moments, distribution not so great, and perhaps at fault for their first.
He was at fault for that first goal. I think he should have come and punched that, claimed it, done something, or shouted even, because I don't think Metham knew that that Oxlade-Chamberlain was going to nip in like that. Anyway, whatever. He made a fantastic save towards the end and some good saves during the game. But you're right. Again, distribution was a bit woeful, which sort of summed us up yesterday. I'd give him a 5.
Okay, yeah, no problem at all. So Simon Francis, a lot of Bournemouth fans were intrigued to see his inclusion, but he didn't actually do too badly in the end. But what were your thoughts on him yesterday?
Frano's best game of the season.
Yeah.
Clearly. I mean, he's obviously one of the leaders in the squad. He's the club captain, and I thought he led the back four relatively well. Didn't do anything wrong, was not outpaced at any time, and like I say, the Frano's best performance by far. 6.
Chris Beckham?
At fault for that goal as well with Rambo, and okay, 5.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
This is bleak.
Yeah, difficult to rate Nathan Ake given he had 35 minutes, but to his credit, you could say that he was part of a very strong defence that managed to thwart Liverpool on a number of occasions. But what would you give him?
I thought he was excellent in that first 35 minutes. I thought give him 8 because he made a superb intervention on Salah that actually caused his injury. But again, even before that, it was his usual unflappable self. Fantastic, a rock. We are going to miss him. So 35 minutes and 8, that's probably the highest percentage points per minutes played of any player in the team.
Very good, Nathan. Diego Rico then, left back. He did all right, didn't he?
He was okay. I think he struggled more when Alexander-Arnold was doubling up on him down that side, as well as Salah. He was very cagey about committing himself, and there were 1 or 2 times where you thought, just get that, clear it, be a bit more decisive. So I'd say, again, probably 5.5 maybe. He was okay, but I've seen him play better. And really didn't get across the halfway line except for one part of the second half where he crossed it and it was offside.
Yeah. You say 5 points. I'm gonna give that 5 just because the graphic system will make it appear outside the thumbnail. So Rico, sorry mate, I called that one. You got a 5. Right, centre midfield. Let's go first for Philip Billing.
Okay, in terms of making interceptions and closing space down, closing gaps down. Certainly in the first half, distribution poor. Not a lot going forwards. Looks a bit slow. 4.
It was quite funny actually. I saw you after full time yesterday, and who was holding the camera? I think it was Tony was holding the camera for one of them. And on an iPhone, you can swipe across. You got photo, you got square, you got video, and one of them was slow mo. And I said, "Oh, look, it looks like Philip Billing mode," which got a few laughs. And he was a bit pedestrian yesterday, to be fair. But I think that score's probably about right. Conversely, though, his centre midfield partner, I thought was incredible, and he did really well. And like the podcast title suggests, we need a team full of Jefferson Lermas.
Jefferson Lerma is the star player in the team. I was going to give him an 8 because he was just phenomenal yesterday in everything that he did. So much energy, so much aggression, so much intensity. But actually, because he avoided getting booked, I'll give him a 9. He was that good.
Yeah, it's quite strange, and no bookings. There actually weren't many bookings yesterday, given the referee. I think he dishes out a red card every 12 games, and in the previous 11 he hadn't. So I was thinking, right, this is his time, Jefferson Lerma, to S-house, as you say, the opposition, like he did against Spurs at home last season. But he was just quality, and I thought he was brilliant. Elsewhere, wingers. So Dan Juma.
Okay in the first half, faded a bit in the second half. To be honest, I don't think that sort of game necessarily suits him, where the opposition has the ball and he's feeding off scraps. 5.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. And Wee-Man on the opposite flank.
Wee-Man started again quite promisingly, but had a lot of defensive work to do as well. It showed a bit more intensity, a bit more energy. Again, he's not the player he was. I'm going to go 5 again.
Yeah, 5 again. Yeah.
Maybe 6, but 5, I think.
It's quite a difficult one with Ryan Fraser. Saw flashes yesterday, but not enough. Dominic Solanke.
Dominic Solanke had arguably our 2 best moments in the attacking field. One of which at least he got a shot off, which is progress. So, yeah, hugely frustrating to watch. You still don't think he's going to score, which is why he was brought into the team, and vanished completely in the second half. Didn't really show at all in the second half. Not that anybody did, and we were killed after half time anyway. I'm going to go 5 again.
Okay, and Callum Wilson.
Callum, again, there were 2 or 3 moments yesterday where you think, just play the pass, Callum, like you used to be able to play the pass, and he was getting the weight wrong. Interceptions where we had a moment of attack, and actually when he got injured, I felt that probably it will be good that he has a break and that we have a break from Callum having all that responsibility and pressure. So 5 again for Callum.
5, and these ones I'll just go for quick fire scores from you. So Jack Simpson.
Tough to come in first game of the season and be up against Mo Salah. I mean, and Firmino. I mean, geez, poor kid. Looked a bit fragile. Gave away the pass for the 3rd goal. And I vividly remember for our kickoff in the second half where the ball goes back to him. It's a long ball down the left flank and straight out of play. I mean, that sort of summed it up really. Not his fault, but 5, maybe actually 4, I think, because he was more at fault for the goal. And I think he was one of the players dragged into Salah who could have actually let Salah go and cut out the back heel. Anyway,
Lewis Cook. Yeah.
Lewis Cook came on, did okay, made some good interventions. But again, the game was already gone. It's really tough to mark him. 5.
Okay, and finally, friend of the show, Dan Gosling.
Friend of the show, Dan Gosling. Oh, he was superb. Oh, Dan, what a player. I thought he did okay. Gave a bit more first time passing, which sped up the play a little bit, but not on the pitch for very long, and not enough really to contribute going forwards. I mean, we played so much of the time that he was on the pitch without the ball. Really tough to mark him. So 5 again.
Okay, fair play. We're not going to score anyhow this week, but yeah, I'm pretty much in line. If you've got any thoughts, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you say with regards to the player ratings. Fingers crossed we'll all have a good week. Remember the podcast, which is dropping tomorrow on your podcast app and on YouTube as well. Also, should be going over to the training ground at some point this week as well, so stay tuned for that. Remember to hit the like button and press subscribe too. Jeff, thanks very much, mate.
Cheers. Thanks for having me, Sam.
And we'll see you in the next video. Up the cherries.
Up the cherries.
Back in the day!